your horror movie podcast.
Are you ready, Eddie Spaghetti?
I'm ready.
Happy birthday. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back, Hackstab Slash. We have a thriller from Manila for you this weekend. And Justin, you gave me some criteria. Yeah.
I did.
You wanted me to find a movie between 2020 and 2024 that kind of had a lot of hype behind it. And I found one. Do you want me to tell you what I found?
Yes, please tell me.
I found, well, I must not have my regular legs on today.
You got your long legs?
I put on my long legs
from
2024. And this movie had so much hype behind it when it first came out that, just like a lot of movies with the hype, we refused to watch trailers, content creators, anything. Anytime a podcast popped up while I was walking my route at work, and it was like, hey, long legs, do you want to listen to it? I'm like, absolutely not. I don't want any spoilers. I like going into this shit blind, and I want to see if the hype is real. Justin.
Yes.
Was the hype real? Did you know anything about this? Or were you going in blind like me?
I went in pretty blind. I heard a lot of things, but I knew it was kind of divisive. But that's all I really knew. I heard when initially people saying it was like the scariest movie ever. I heard it was kind of like Silence of the Lambs. That's all I know. I didn't even know. I mean, I did not know much at all. Like, I knew nothing about the plot at all.
Going into this blind too, sometimes it does help and sometimes it just sucks, like a really bad hand job. We'll find out though. I legit just the only thing I knew was Nicolas Cage was very creepy in it. And if you listen to our last podcast, that's where that hand job joke came into. That completely missed on Justin.
Yeah, no, I was just not prepared for it right now.
I never want to experience that movie again. But
yeah, we're moving on from Match, and hopefully this is a better movie than Match.
I hope so, dude, because I gotta say, for these opening like small set of scenes, does this or does this not remind you of The Shining? Like, I know it's not spot on, but like the white, the snow, the silence. And I'm also pretty sure whoever this girl is in this opening scene, she's got the same jacket on that Danny Torrance has in The Shining.
Oh shit.
I mean, Justin, this must be your favorite movie already, because I know how much you love when a name drop happens in the movie or when there's like a movie in the movie. Yep. This has to hold like the Guinness Book of World Records for name dropping the name in a movie this fast, because the dude says long legs, like I think with 3 sentences in the movie.
3 sentences in, it's already boom. Yeah, I literally wrote my notes literally were, what the heck, little girl, creepy guy, wore my long legs today. Then it goes right to part 1 writing. So I'm like, what the hell was that? What just happened? Like, with this weird, like, what?
We meet Harker, and she's in the FBI. She's getting like a debriefing in this like classroom or however they do it. And I've got, holy shit, is this chick psychic? Because she calls the house right away when they pull up, and the dude's like, I'm not calling this in. Hunt. He's like, we literally just started. Like, how do you know? I'm not calling this in on a hunch. So he goes up, knocks on the door, and gets his head blown off because he doesn't believe in Harker. And when she goes inside to like battle back with this dude, it looks so much like the house, like one of Dexter's kill spots with so many plastic wraps and tarps. And I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like I said, this house looks like something out of one of Dexter's kill scenes. And after she apprehends this guy or kills this guy, whatever the hell happens, what the fuck is this interview?
I had no clue what was happening. I literally wrote, what kind of weird
psychiatric hospital? Like, what's going on?
I literally wrote doc room slides, some kind of weird testing. I have absolutely no clue. That was my notes.
I couldn't even solve it, dude. There was like 3 colored bars on the one of the slides, and she's like, piano. And they're like, hey, you aced this. How did you hit 8 of these? And she's like, well, I also missed 8 times. But they chat about this dude like long legs with the other 2 detectives, and he leaves like borderline Zodiac style notes behind, which are very eerie. And then they give you a little bit more about long legs, and this dude's like, yeah, there's been 10 family murders over 30 years, and he leaves these little notes behind. So we got 10 notes for 10 families. Somehow this dude is making the fathers kill their whole families before killing themselves, and it's got all these intricacies to it. He's like, this only happens. The only tie-in we can find is that someone in the family, preferably the child, is born on the 14th of the month. They don't give us like, oh, it has to be this month. It just has to be the 14th of a month.
So weird.
And Hacker is definitely a very different style person. Like, you get, she's very socially awkward. It does become abundantly clear as she's talking with Agent Carter's family, and then even the conversations with her
I,
mom on the phone. It's just
I literally
you
wrote,
can
just to
tell
interrupt you
something's
real
wrong with her.
fast. I literally wrote, what the hell is wrong with Harker? Like, I wrote, why is she so weird? Who the heck acts like this? I get you a little weird, but holy shit, Harker. Like, can you like at
She
least act,
it's
fake it?
very like monotone. What this reminds me of is I've seen a ton of like serial killer like shows and stuff,
Yeah.
and those dudes have no emotion, no remorse, no nothing. They are literally just a blank like soul.
I wrote, is she an
There's nothing
NPC? I
to it.
literally wrote, like, are we supposed to like Harker? Because she's like an NPC and has no emotions, and I cannot relate to her. But moving on, keep going.
And after Harker hangs up with her mom, she sees someone outside of her house, and then someone's inside of her house. And in this set of scenes, I was like, bro, if she's trying to be covert at all from whatever's going on, I'm pretty sure her breathing is going to give away her location, because that's all we can hear. It sounds like she's got asthma.
And also, can I like guys ask? All right, so obviously, like she's there, and like you said, we'll just say there's a letter left, and she comes back in. There's a letter left, and it's like don't open until the 14th. Like, how is she so calm about this? Like, there was just someone in your house outside. Like, why are you still not act
Yeah, you
like?
just sit down like nothing ever happened. Dude, I would be calling at
Yeah,
least a partner. Like, yo, can you come over the house for a little bit? Like, some freaky shit's going on.
yeah. I had a lot of questions about the scene. I was just like, just what? And then like we hit the part two all of a sudden. Like, what
But
was it called?
before we get to, did you read how she deciphered the note?
Yes,
Did you
it.
read it?
I forget.
Are we gonna watch another movie like this? Because it says,
Oh
tell them
yeah.
how you got this, how it
Oh.
came into your head. I'll cut off her hanging milk tits and bleed your mommy dead. No. Nope.
Exactly. I
I
know.
almost texted you and been like, you want to pick something different? I
I
I
know.
can't do these two movies back to back. I cannot do it.
Absolutely terrifying. And then all of a sudden you get the flash of part two, like all of your things. And like you said, it's like a birthday card, and it's crazy because like he kind of left like clues of how to decode it. And she does decipher it, and it literally, I mean, it threatens to kill her mom. And she gets called in by the FBI. They get a new case, and right away there's another coding, and it says like down low, too slow.
And
And
I'm
she
like, this
decodes
dude
it,
thinks he's a fucking child.
right?
Down low,
Yeah.
too slow.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And she decodes it right away. And the guy's like, how the hell did you do this? And
She goes,
basically,
I
she
looked at it for more than a second.
exactly. And it's basically the family's dead. The girl's birthday was the 14th. It's very messed up. They look at him, oh my God, they've been there for like a month. You see her, she calls her mom, just really weird again. She basically tells her like she's gonna be busy. The mom, it's just very awkward. The mom's even like, well, like you've been saying your prayers, right? And
They
she's
protect you from the devil.
exactly like a
Like,
lot
all
of
right, so this is a very religious family.
exactly. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. And then basically it is cool because like you see she decoded all of his letters and she's talking to her partner Carter. And she's discovered the killing algorithm right now. Let's go. Decodes all the letters. It is very weird. Which leads them to a clue to a barn. And they get like X marks a spot. And this scene
Those
was
ain't
really
X's,
cool.
bro. Those are all fucking crosses. Those are
Crosses.
inverted crosses. Not one of those look like an X.
No, and so creepy too, because like this scene was amazing. They're in this barn, you got the flashlight aesthetics, like just in there, and like Sean says, like they find the X, which is like, across, and they get crowbars, and they dig through this thing, and they find a doll with human hair, and I'm pretty sure the thing blinks. They bring it back to like the lab and this guy like literally this like, oh, it's got human hair. Um, we found a ball
Did
in
that they call it like a brain? Did that ball
yeah.
kind of remind you of like Phantasm?
Yeah, oh, 100% because this thing it has an energy. It has a high energy frequency to it. The guy literally put something to it and you hear this. Like you can feel it and
It says
how,
even like, oh, since I cracked this open, all I can think about is my ex-wife. Like, is this doll
Yeah, he's
trying
like,
to tell you to go kill your ex-wife?
yeah, he's like, I think I'm hearing whispers, and he's like, huh, I'm sure I'm not. And as this is happening, like,
That would be you in a horror movie. Did
yeah,
you guys hear that? Sure, it was nothing. I
yeah,
didn't
I'm
hear
sure it's
anything.
nothing. Like, oh, whatever. And she's
I'm
having
not crazy.
demonic visions of like snakes, insane
Uh,
crap, and you get another flash now to Longlegs with the doll, like making a doll like in a mirror. Absolutely terrifying, scary shit. And then we see Longlegs going to the store, and I don't even know what to say because he walks in there. He's so creepy. He talks to a little girl, does this weird things with his hands.
yeah.
I
Cuckoo,
Yeah, cool.
cuckoo.
Like I literally like I don't even understand what I'm watching. This is the most messed up thing ever. And then you see him driving home, and he's like screaming in the car. Just
Yo. Nicholas's Cage's son is in a death metal band. Ain't no way his dad ain't never done backup vocals.
yeah, I was just saying, like literally, like he was like I don't know, absolutely insane. To the point where like now they find like they have to go to a mental institute to talk to the sole survivor. There's a sole survivor of this named Carrie Ann, and they go there and they talk to her, and it just everything's just so weird, man. Because you
This
have the
is yeah,
you'll
this
like
is so
take it
a
away,
whole
please.
different a whole different level of like fucked up when she's sitting there talking with Carrie Ann.
Please
We
take it
do
away.
get kind of like a point of view story from Carrie Ann about how things went down. The doll in her house, like her family interacting with the doll, and how basically this doll made her family better, even though her dad murdered her mom and like murdered this priest and all this other shit. Just went complete Amityville horror on this entire family. She feels like a better person for having that done. And then she's basically says, like, I've been patiently waiting for 20 years for him to come back. And he came back. And I'll pretty much do whatever he says. If he tells me to go, take a jump out the window, she's like, I will happily do that and greet the pavement as it like fastly approaches my face because it's just peachy. And then she's like, if he wants me to go kill the man down the hall, she's like, I'll do that too because it's just peachy. Her line deliveries are so old timey and almost like a nursery rhyme. And just the way she even tells Harker to her face, she's like, if you wanted me to kill you right here, right now, until your little heart pitter patter goes pop, pop. Like the way she describes it, it's fucking weird. Like
So
if I'm
so
that
weird.
detective, I'm like whistling towards like, whatever institute security they got, like, yo, put a tranquilizer in this bitch while I talk to
Oh,
her. Like, I'm not sitting here and having this conversation.
I wrote the same thing. And in my notes of that, I wrote like, "Why are you so like? Is someone gonna just like move away? For the love of God, let's take this threat seriously."
And then she brings this up with Agent Carter, and he's like, hey, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I feel like you should probably go talk to your mom because these birthdays and your birthday and all this stuff is kind of lining up. And apparently, at some point during Harker's ninth birthday, her mom called the cops about a stranger.
Yeah.
And he's like, you need to go talk to her. And when she does, it is very clear that her mom is hiding something.
Oh God,
And
yeah.
that we see Longlegs, bro, this man can sing. Like, kind of nice, but it is weirdly unsettling.
Very
And
unsettling.
but when they're having this conversation and she's having these flashbacks and she can't quite remember anything, and her mom's being very like coded with everything that she tells Harker. However, this all turns out, and I don't fully understand any of it, this gives Harker just enough to figure out who Longlegs really is.
Yep.
And now this dude is in custody and he's only asking for Harker before he sings happy birthday for, I think they said 14 minutes.
24 minutes, he's saying.
24 minutes. He's saying happy birthday to the camera.
Like
What?
just
No, I couldn't do that if I tried.
and
I
how
struggle singing it for 30 seconds when the lights go off and you got to blow out a candle.
dude, how creepy was it when they get him in he's just holding two briefcases at like a bus stop.
Yeah,
Just
like he's waiting for
pale
it. Like, hey guys, come
like
pick me
yeah,
up.
he's like, "Hi guys, like it's me." Ha ha ha. And And it's so unsettling too when he's singing the happy birthday because like all the FBI agents are in like another room watching it, and they're like, "Yeah, this goes on for another 24 minutes." Like, holy crap! And they kind of just realize like this is super satanic, but he has to have help. Like they're missing something because they're like the 13th is today. Like there's something missing. Like there's gonna be one more family or something today. and she goes to talk to him. And this dude is talking absolutely insane. It is so creepy. She's in there talking to him. And he basically starts talking like, and he like changes his voice a few times. And he's basically is like, ask your mommy. And then he starts just smashing his face in. Like this reminded me of like Talk to Me. If
I
you
was
remember
gonna say,
Talk to,
talk to me. Yeah, when just absolutely beating his head off the table,
yeah.
just
I,
blew.
I
Oh,
mean, he's leaving
disgusting.
dude's leaving teeth behind. The last time he puts this up, his nose is gone. Like he smashed his nose right in, and he's clearly dead. Absolutely disgusting. They pull her out, and all of a sudden we got like part three, birthday girls. And Carter, right back to the hallway. Carter's like pissed right now because he's like, all right, well, now he's dead. Like, that's all we had to go. And guess what else happened while you were in there? Like, Carrie Ann, guess what? She
She jumped out the
jumped,
fucking window.
yeah, she jumped out the freaking window. And so now we see like she's getting driven by the FBI agent, not Carter, but the girl FBI agent to go get her mom. And she's like, "Look, it's your mom. We gotta bring her in, but I'll let you go in there or whatever." So she goes in there
Bro,
and
you
she's
don't
looking.
split up. First rule of every
I
horror movie and detective work when going after a menacing killer. Don't split up.
and also can we also say like let's use some brains too? Like don't just sit in the car, just like not have your guards. Like I am sorry, like if someone goes in the house and I'm staying behind, I am like at least
Yeah,
maybe
my
standing
head is
outside
on a
a
swivel. I'm looking
swivel.
around everywhere.
I'm probably not sitting in the car. I'm probably standing outside of the car so I can move around because as she's in this, like we see the mother sneaking up with the freaking shotgun to this FBI agent and just
Bro,
blast,
she double taps the
double
detective.
taps
She
from each
walks to the
side,
other side of the
other
car.
side. Like, oh, I was like, holy
She ain't have any brains
shit.
while she was alive. She definitely ain't got none
Yeah.
left.
I wrote another red flag. That was really stupid. And obviously Harker sees this and she runs outside. And now the mom has the shotgun to a doll. There's a
Yeah,
doll in the
but
backyard.
Harker sees it as a girl.
Yeah,
Did you
like
notice that?
oh
She,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right up until now, this movie gives you like, all right, maybe there's something supernatural in play.
Hmm.
And how is he doing this? But I'm still of the belief that like maybe because I did read the synopsis a little bit and it says there's something like cult like behind all this. Like
Hmm.
maybe it's just very intricate on how they work. You know what I mean? Maybe there's really not something satanic and supernatural, but when she takes the shotgun and she blows the doll's head off.
Hmm.
And this explodes that like sphere thing inside of its head.
Yeah.
And as the smoke exits the doll, you see almost like a black cloud of smoke exit the back of Harker's head. And I'm like, holy shit, they were connected. And even the mom tells her, she's like, well, now he's dead too. Like he's out of you. You can set him free. And we go when she passes out, we go right into a backstory of this doll maker, and we find out, like we said, the mother is the accomplice, and he starts this whole um like congratulations, you've won a gift from the church scenario where he drops the doll off, and we see how these silver balls are actually part of this doll maker, and I don't know how he gets pieces of him in there, but it gets very supernatural. It gets very weird. It's very fucked up. My mind is spinning right now. And what really gets me is once this all starts slowing down and you're piecing all these little things together, bro, the hobbler or the cobbler or what? Yeah, it's the cobbler, but it's spelled with a
Hmm.
K.
Yep.
Bro, he's been living in her basement this whole time. What are we doing right now?
How do you not find I have so many questions.
And yeah, Harker does too. And she knows the mom has kind of like given her a hint, like you're gonna be late for Ruby's birthday. So she's in full like I gotta save someone right now mode. Like this is the first time I've seen Harker come alive in this movie to take any kind of initiative and show any kind of emotion. And she's racing her ass off to Agent Carter's house. And she gets there just in time. The Carters open the door and they're like, "Oh, perfect! You're here just in time to see Ruby open her presents." And we see her mom's there too, and she's got a doll, and this family is fully entranced by the doll. I mean, fuck, dude, Ruby won't break eye contact with it. And when they're sitting down on the couch, Carter said, look, like Carter's wife says, why don't we go get the cake? It's time to cut the cake. And he's like, yeah, time for me to cut up the cakes. And I'm like, I don't like the way he's talking right now. And like, he's even being aggressive to the wife. And when he gets up, he goes, honey, would you like to join me in the kitchen? And she says, yes. And as she stands up, she looks at Harker and she goes, we'll be right back. Bro delivers a chilling ass line. And he just straight up goes, I'll be right back. You'll still be in the kitchen. Tell me that wasn't amazing, Justin. Right now, I was like, holy shit, this dude knows. They all know what he's going in there to do. Even the mom does. Because her mom, Harker's mom, says, like, yo, she's already dead. They just gotta go do it. Like, leave it alone. And you hear Carter butchering this fucking mom. I'm at a loss for words right now, Justin.
Yeah, I'm really glad that Harker is on top of this. She's so smart. I am so glad she went there to save the day because this is just amazing by Harker. Because just I don't even want to talk. I'm gonna let you keep talking so I don't start yelling. But I'm just so glad Harker's such a great, smart character here and fixes this.
Yeah, dude, Carter comes out and he's got this butcher knife in his hand. And clearly, dude, he has just mutilated the mom. But he comes out and it looks like he's ready to go for. I couldn't tell if it was for the daughter or for Harker. I think it was for the daughter. But
Probably the
dude,
daughter.
Harker shoots him dead nose right between the eyes, takes his ass out. And I've got after she shoots Carter, who's already butchered the wife, then puts a bullet in her mom as well. This chick Ruby still hasn't even flinched for away from this doll. She's perfectly fine with everything going on. And we see Harker is getting ready to kill this doll like her mom did to hers, but she's out of bullets and she just accepts it, calls it a day, and like goes, all right, whatever, dude, let's just leave. And then we get reverse end credits. You can talk.
Do you want me to talk?
Yeah, I want you to talk. I need a break, dude. My mind is still spinning.
Holy shit. This movie had the potential to be great, but what we got was such a fumble. This is the worst third act I've ever seen in horror movie history. This is when the guy's running into the end zone. Oh my God, this is going to be great. And he drops the ball at the 1 yard line. You know what? This is how you end the movie. For the love of God, why would Hawker be that stupid? This is the dumbest movie I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Guess how you end this movie? Hawker walks in the room. Oh, the doll's right there. I have bullets. Shoot the
Shoot the
doll.
doll.
You like how am I supposed to believe a character is going to act this stupid when you got me going through the whole entire movie? She's acting smart. She figures all this stuff out. She just had this whole thing with the mom. She goes in there and just freezes and let all this happen. This is trash. This is so stupid. Guess what? You walk in, shoot the doll, trance over, get your mom, the end. The Oh my God, this is so bad. This is
Dude,
some of
if
the
she
worst.
kills that doll right
Yes.
away, you save Carter, you save the wife,
Yes.
and you save the daughter.
It's
And you can probably just arrest the mom.
And then you could probably just arrest your mom. You probably don't have to kill her because there was a bunch of questions I started having in the third act of stuff that wasn't really making sense. But guess what? I actually liked this movie up until then too. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna forgive a few of these things because I still think it is very creepy. But the more I literally wrote this about why does she act at the end? This is so dumb. If I don't stop running, I'm gonna lower my score. I lowered my score 7 times, and honestly, I might lower it again. I absolutely I hate this movie so bad. I give it a, you know what? I'm lowering it again. I had it down to a 5.2 because I like the first 2 acts, but Match is a better horror movie than this. I give this a 5.1 and absolute just terrible horror writing. Like almost like I can't even believe this is real. It was so bad. Sorry, go ahead.
Really? All right. I've got this was a mind fuck of a movie. I forget how detective horror, how good it can be sometimes. Kieran Shipka has like 10 minutes of screen time and she absolutely crushes her lines and her mannerisms with all that just peachy stuff. Nicolas Cage puts on a wonderfully disgusting performance as the doll maker. Micah Monroe absolutely steals the show. She's awkward and mysterious in her own way during like her time hunting the killer. Her emotions or lack thereof feel like they stay the same from like the entire start to finish of this movie, even during intense situations. But if I'm understanding her correctly, this is all done to show us that her character has a piece of the doll maker with her because He lets her see what he wants her to see. He has her forget what he wants her to forget. The only time her emotions finally come to the surface is after her mom actually kills the doll. Right up until then, Harker was just very monotone and seemed unaffected by everything around her. No wonder this movie really had just so much like talk swirling behind it when it came out. This is no Black Phone. This is no Silence of the Lamb. But I do want to put this in like a top tier thriller horror movie, like with detective work. There's very few movies out there that capture this stuff. I am going to give this a 6.8. I think it's very well done. This is not a background fun type of horror movie. This is a you have to sit down, you have to pay attention, you have to put your phone down, you have to become immersed in this type of film to enjoy this movie. I do, however, fully agree with you. At the end of this movie, the third act started to lose me. I was in love with this movie right up until she sat down on that couch. I was
I
okay with like the whole mom scene in the third act. I was okay with her getting to the Carters and seeing this situation and not trying to understand what was playing out. But to sit there and let them walk into the kitchen, you fucking lost me.
Dude, it's no, it's terrible. Like, how do you even make a movie this bad? Like,
No,
I want to lower my score again, especially because guess what? Like, I love Micah Monroe. Like, who, like, nobody likes It Follows more than me. I actually love it so much. I think she's an amazing actress. We saw her in Villains. Dude, she's got range. I'm like the biggest fan ever. But at the same time, if you're gonna act her make weird, if you're gonna make her act weird and stuff like that, which I get, like, maybe that was part of the story. But at least in like Silence of the Lambs, like Clarice was so human. You felt for her. Like I
but
had
I think
no
that was the thing, though. I think because she had that attachment to the doll maker, she
no that
wasn't supposed to come off as human.
no, exactly. So that's the thing. So I'm saying, like, I even forgive this movie because, like, I didn't feel for the character or anything, so it didn't get me sucked in. Like, I didn't really care for any of the characters, but I still was liking it because, like, at least in Silence of the Lambs, you feel for the main character. But I still was liking it. I'm like, you know what, whatever. Like, that's it's part of the weird story. Like, she could be entranced in this, but then at the end, when you just make like that was not congruent of how her character would have acted. I was just like, dear God, like it actually made me angry to the point where I was yelling and like I'm like I think I might hate this movie. I'm just lowering the score again. I'm just going from a 5.1 to a 5.
Or I know we do this sometimes. I do it more than you, but I want to change my view on this ending real quick. If it were to do something different but keep the same style of ending, have show the dad sitting on the couch with just her mom, talking to her and inviting the mom into the kitchen. So we still I think that was one of the most cold-hearted line deliveries I've heard in a long time. I want that in the movie. And I think in order to have this ending make better sense, let's get Agent Carter and his wife sitting down, like I said, with what was her mom's name? I think
Uh,
was it
I forget. I think I just wrote more. I'm not sure if I even wrote it.
yeah. So let's have her sitting down with Harker's mom and no Harker in there yet. And we get that line delivery. They go into the kitchen, and as the Agent Carter is murdering his wife, maybe have Harker's mom answer the door and go, like, you're just in time for presents. And then have Harker walk in, see everything, kill Carter, kill the mom, take the kid. I think that would have been a much better ending than to see her go in there with all this haste and a sudden character shift into showing her emotions to show up there and then just sit down on the couch. Like delete her sitting down on the couch. Just show up there. See Carter has killed his wife. He's got the knife in his hand. You kill Carter with no hesitation. You kill your mom who's trying to defend the doll, and then you take the girl and leave. Done.
Yeah, and even like the mom almost like thrust at her at the very end, like she was mad about the doll. But I'm
Yeah.
like, the
Like
mom,
turning into the devil. Don't get me twisted, bro. The devil in this movie, very well done. It reminds
yeah,
me a lot of The Conjuring, where it's just sitting there. It's got the black veil. You can only see its eyes.
right.
Love that.
And just
But
even at the end when the mom like thrust at her, I'm like, wait, you did all this to protect her, but then at the end you're gonna
then you're
still
gonna
try to
kill her.
kill her, but you protected her for all these million years. Like, oh God, I just so much just hated this ending. But I mean it like felt like it was like Zodiac meets Silence of the Lambs meets like Sinister with like the
Yes,
supernatural like
I
scary.
thought about Sinister too.
Yeah, so it had like all those. And like I said, I thought it had potential to be great because like The acting was solid, even though Michael Monroe acted weird. I get it was on purpose. Like the cinematography, like it looked cool. Like the movie was like
It
amazing,
was
and that
almost like we
helped.
got that 8 millimeter film whenever they did the
Yeah,
flashbacks. I love that.
and like I said, that really helped with the story, the dark feel, and everything. So I feel like that was really good and stuff. I just this movie, I just strongly dislike it. Do you have any fun facts or anything?
I've got three. I wanted to keep it a three, so I just grabbed three quick ones.
Okay.
I got well, obviously this is a 6.6 on IMDb. You got anything?
I
Or you're
got
just so
the.
mad at the movie that you just blacked out.
I just like, dude, the more I'm talking, I want to drop it to a 4.9. Like, I am pissed at this movie. This movie, I do not like, I'm up like almost like offended. I wrote the director had a cameo. Osgood Perkins was actually seen on the TV when Lee was talking to her mother at the house. I wrote that there was some notes from Longlegs were actually lyrics from the band T-Rex and Tommy Jones and the Shondells. And I wrote that Nicolas Cage was actually very pumped to play a serial killer. He was so excited to do that, but then he also vowed to never do it again because he does not that was enough for him. He just
Didn't like where it took him.
yeah, he does not want to do that ever again.
During the last flashback scene, when Ruth is shown hugging Lee, the real life Annabelle doll can be seen on the bottom left corner of the shot by the side of the bed. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, hell no.
The ending
Damn.
credits behave differently than normal, starting at the top and moving their way down. This is done intentionally as they're moving to hell instead of up to heaven. So
Hmm.
it's got like the downstairs. What are they? What does he call him in the movie? Mister Downstairs.
Yeah, the man downstairs, Mr. Downstairs. Yeah.
And then when Lee shoots Ruth, the blood from the wound bleeds in the shape of a cross.
Oof. Very
Would you
nice.
be? I want to. You want to like this movie, don't you? I
Dude,
want to like
Michael
this
Mon
movie.
I did. They had Micah Monroe. I love Micah Monroe. Like, I'm such a fan of her, just of her acting. Like, I'm a giant fan, and obviously it's Nicolas Cage. Who doesn't like? I was excited for this movie.
Would you be okay if we got a sequel that didn't take place before or after, but took place during this movie, and we could see what he did to Anne Marie's, yeah, and his family, like in that barn?
I'm honestly just so done. Like, I don't even want to ever go back to the Long Legs universe. Like, I'm just not even intrigued at all. Like, I never want. Like, they could say there's Long Legs too. I don't. I don't even. Yeah, I'm absolutely good.
Yeah, I feel like you said, and I agree with you. I really, really like this movie, and like to be honest, if this came out on like a steelbook or whatever, and I saw it, I probably buy it.
Hmm.
But right the second she sits down on that couch, and it's literally like the last minute and 30 seconds of this movie,
Yeah.
made me just go, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah. The reason I wouldn't buy it is because I just like to do smart things with my money. But I get
Like
it.
I am thoroughly intrigued to see if there's like an alternate ending
Oh
and why
God,
they didn't
right?
use
Like,
that.
oh, I'm yeah, I'm just gonna move on because I don't want. I'm just gonna try to stay calm and think
All
positive for the
right,
next
hack
movie.
stab slash. It's your boy Hacky signing off from Long Legs. Justin, try
Oh,
not to jump downstairs anytime soon.
all right, all right, yeah, just Justin. It's over. Moving on to the next one.